Do you know what to expect when bringing home a new puppy? Are you excited about all the great puppy adventures you're going to have? But maybe a little nervous, not sure what you might be missing? Michelle here with How to Train a Dream Dog, and I'm here to help you make sure your expectations are in check. Now, you're probably bringing home a puppy maybe around 8 weeks. Now, this is the most common age for people to introduce a new puppy into their home. And here are a few things you are probably experiencing already. Cute puppy snuggles, adorable wobbly puppy breath, this is a real thing and everybody seems to really love it, and accident or two on the floor, maybe nibbles on your fingers and toes. Well, you're right, these definitely are all going on. But there's actually a lot more that's going on too, and I want to prepare you. So let's dive in. The first week you have your puppy home is an adventure all on its own. It's so important that I recorded a video all about it. Now, if you haven't seen it, you can check it out here. But what about after that first week? Will everything just be rosy? And will you see a linear progression of puppy growth and development? No, not so fast. We might think that puppy development looks like this, where there's a steady progression to your pup's training. But in actuality, it looks a lot more like this, like a bumpy roller coaster. There is going to be a lot of learning curves for both human and puppy. Sometimes I have to ask new puppy parents to lower their expectations because they get a little frustrated that their puppy isn't potty trained in only a few days. Or that their puppy won't stop biting with a few quick yelps from their owner and a redirect to an alternate toy, or maybe even just a 5-minute break. Now, after the honeymoon period has worn off, you might experience a little bit of the puppy blues. What are these? Well, this is the time when you might be wondering if you've bitten off more than you can chew. You'll wonder if you really have the time for a puppy. You'll second guess your energy and the skills to be a good new puppy owner. And perhaps you're just tired and frustrated that your new puppy is not quite so easy. This is all normal. It's not easy, but it's normal. This is also why I developed the online course, 30 Days to Puppy Perfection. I know that raising puppies is not easy. I've been training people on how to do it for 20 years. But I also know that with the right tools and the techniques, you can have a dream dog. But you need a little bit more than just a class on how to teach Fido to sit. Of course, we want him to learn that, but we have so much more we want to teach you. This is where the support of my online course comes in. Now, we are more than just a class. We are a support team who can help you through the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs of everything from potty training to crate training and biting and leash skills and beyond. All right, let's get back to the expectations here though. So for the first few months, I'm not gonna lie to you, it can take months. You're going to be dealing with potty training. This phase may seem like it lasts forever. It won't. It will get better, I promise. While you're in the thick of it, you're going to need to do all the right things, even if you aren't seeing any progress just yet. It's really there, but it can seem like it isn't. This means sticking to a routine, limiting access in the house, praising heavily for the right behaviors, using a leash, using the right cleaning products, over and over and over again, day after day. Just like your shampoo bottle says, lather, rinse, repeat. You just have to keep on doing it. And one day, you will start to see fewer accidents. And one day, your pup will ask you to be let outside. Potty outside celebration! This day will come, but while you're waiting for it, we're here for you. I promise, we're here for you. Remember that newborn babies really are not able to tell us when they need to use the bathroom, and we can't expect our puppies to do that at an early age either. Our pups might confuse us a little because after all, they can run and jump and play and speak, and when our humans do that, they might be ready for some potty training. But pups aren't like that, and they can do all those physical things much earlier than they can create the connection between the brain and the bladder. So we still need to do all the training, but definitely have to keep our expectations in check. Remember, pups often take weeks to months to fully potty train. And I'm going to say that one more time. Months. Let's talk about the crate. If you've paid any attention to my channel, you know how important it is. I have 6 videos all about crate training alone. But this is also not an easy process. This skill is not so hard on your floors like the potty training, but it sure is hard on your heart when you hear your puppy cry. Now, I'm going to ask that you put on your tough love hat and stick it out because it's best for you and your puppy. Because your puppy needs to be able to stay in a crate when you leave the house so that they don't chew or destroy something and cause harm to themselves. They need to learn how to settle on their own, a skill that doesn't come easy for them. Kind of like asking a little kid to sit through a 2-hour movie without them wiggling or asking questions. It's just not going to happen without some work, right? Alright, if we don't start crate training from day 1, we are missing the prime time to work on this skill. Someday, when they are more mature and they're potty trained and they passed all the chewing and the curious phase, you may be able to try out short durations of them out of their crate when you're away. But I'd think long and hard about that. I always tell my students about the story when a dog set their house on fire. Right. It was because it got curious and knocked something over, igniting the fire that destroyed the home. Now, my dogs are 7, 2, and 1 years old, and they still use their crate. They actually prefer it. It's quieter, it's a safe place when we're not around, and they just love to go in there and relax. As a puppy, going through the crate training process, your pup is going to need to cry it out many times before he figures it out that you aren't going to return when he cries. Now, for more information on what to do when your puppy is crying in a crate, watch this video here. Now, moving on to the next topic that many puppy owners expect will go away sooner than it actually does: biting. You probably can get the hang of the crate training first, and then when you're still in the throes of potty training, you get added the phase of biting. Yay! Puppies have a natural instinct to explore the whole world with their mouth, and this means they bite everything. They're drawn to movement, and of course hands and feet and kids all move, and puppies are drawn to all those things too. There's no magic formula for how to stop biting. Biting can't be extinguished with one quick fix, but it can be endured and eventually lessened with the right training techniques. Now, I go over more about biting in this video here, but it's important to note that between 3 and 4 months of age, this is going to be the big part of your time, redirecting your pup to bite on something other than you. Proper rest, good exercise, both mental and physical, and teaching pup what we want him to do instead are all important parts. I think people underestimate how much sleep a puppy needs, and when they put puppy in the crate for a timeout for biting, it should not be for just a 5-minute recharge session. We don't use the crate as punishment, so we aren't going to be screaming or yelling or slamming the door when puppy's put in there for a nap or downtime. Now, during the biting phase, this is also where we see a lot of misaligned expectations. We often think our pups have the impulse control needed to simply stop what they're doing when they are instinctually programmed to do that. I'm going to give you another baby analogy. We can't just tell our baby to stop putting their fist in their mouth. This is a natural way babies explore their world, and their brains are not developed enough to simply not do it. Our pups are no different, so we have to endure the phase while slowly helping our pups find other ways to express themselves and their curiosity. It's also during this phase that we see a lot of puppy owners asking for extra support. In the pro level of my online course, you'll be invited to Zoom calls 3 days a week where we can examine your situation and give you tips and suggestions, and then follow up with the next call that we're on. Again, it's support, not just training, that many people need when they have a new puppy in the home. Next, puppy owners think that when their puppies are finished with their puppy vaccination schedule, that it's time to start heading out the door and on that leash to get some energy out, right? Okay, well, let's break this down. Alright, recently I saw someone post in my Facebook group. Now, you can join that by clicking in the link below. Don't forget, you do have to answer the 3 questions when joining, otherwise my team members won't approve your request. This is how we keep the spammers out. All right, so this person recently posted that they had just finished, literally just finished, the 3rd round of vaccinations for her pup, and the first place she went was the dog park. Yikes. We tried to tell her that it's actually important to set up a puppy play date with a dog about the same age and temperament as hers, so the pup doesn't get overwhelmed and potentially picked on by other dogs at the dog park. Without proper play style and communication, which is learned from other dogs, she would be bringing her young dog to a place with lots of rowdy dogs ready to take advantage of her dog. This isn't the best place to take your brand new dog who doesn't have good socialization skills just yet. And we tried to explain that if something would have happened, it would have had a lasting impact on her dog, possibly for the rest of its life. Besides, her dog didn't even learn leash skills yet. Pre-training is a very important part of leash skills. Our pups aren't born knowing how to walk well on a leash, and it's up to us to teach them what we expect. Now, this means that a lot of practice at home, where distractions are minimal, and slowly introducing them to the outside world while on leash is important. It's not uncommon that our pups will pancake and refuse to move when they first start walking. Now, we go over that in the online course as well and help you find ways to motivate your pup. And have realistic expectations about how much physical walking distance should actually be covered during this phase. I'm going to give you a hint. It's not a lot. Now, once you're past the potty training and the crate training and the biting has calmed down, and you and Fido have handled the walking, maybe you think you're in the free zone, and it's all smooth sailing from here, with a lifetime of a puppy pail laying at your feet. I wish I could tell you that's what happens, but there are a lot of other situations you want to prepare for. And if you do it now, you'll have a lot easier time when your pup encounters these situations. Now, before I share some more advice, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when more lessons like these are released. Alright, now, these situations we've been talking about include not pulling on the leash, not chasing after a small animal and dislocating your shoulder in the process, not jumping on our guests or begging at the dinner table, and not destroying our things that are not dog toys, like couches and curtains and shoes and electronics, and the list could go on and on and on, right? These trainings can all be going on almost simultaneously at the time you're working on things like the leash skills and the biting. But it is important to work on them in the right order and with the right pre-training. Now, we guide you through that, you guessed it, in the course. So by 6 months of age, you might start to notice a little bit less of the initial puppy energy that started to increase at about 10 weeks of age. And your pup might be more relaxed, but not asleep. He starts to look forward to those walks and let you know with his behavior when he doesn't get them. He might start to give you a little bit more peace throughout the day, so you think he might need a lot less from you. Nope, don't give up on the training just yet. This is actually where we need to work on some of those advanced skills, like how to wait in their bed nicely while you cook dinner, or how to come when called every time, and how to greet and play with other dogs nicely. These are skills that come a little bit later in development with our puppies, when their brains can handle a little bit more of what we call that impulse control. Have I convinced you to not get a puppy yet? I hope not. Dogs are wonderful companions, and they really do add a lot of joy to our human lives. But getting one from the very early weeks of his life presents its own challenges that you might not have been aware of before. I want you to know that we are here for you when you're facing those challenges. And I can guarantee you that we have heard just about every situation before, and we can help you. But you are going to have to do some hard work. Okay, so just to recap, accidents and biting may take months to work through. Crate training may start out bumpy, but if you stay consistent and positive, your puppy will learn to love their crate. Your puppy will learn how to walk nicely on the leash with the right training, and you can teach your puppy to come when called if you know how to create more value around you. Now, I look forward to teaching you these skills inside 30 Days to Puppy Perfection.